But seriously, enjoy the show.
Empezamos, ¿eh?
So what's the plan?
Se está petando, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Vale, no soy el único.
Disconnected and divided. There are always repercussions.
No, tío, se
Do we
peta.
have what it takes
Nah, pero es de ellos. Half-Life.
to be heroes?
Se peta el directo del este, no el directo
Sí, es de ellos, es de
We
ellos.
celebrate who we are
Yes, it's human.
Half-Life Alichillo.
and what we are.
I'm with you every step of the way.
The future of gaming.
Mucho Half-Life.
Welcome to
Mostrame el
GAMESCOM.
3.
Opening night live.
Ahora o
Por
nunca,
ahora no
tío.
salió nada así.
Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Keighley.
Vamos a ver
and
qué
welcome
tiene
to
este señor para
GAMESCOM Opening
enseñarnos.
Night Live 2020. Now this year Gamescom is of course a little different than normal, and I hope all of you and your families are safe and healthy at home. In 2020, games have comforted and connected us more than ever. But with the launch of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X later this year, games are only going to get better. Well, all summer, I was hopeful we could get to this very moment, a big live showcase filled with more than 35 games to kick off Gamescom
Hostia,
2020.
35
Tonight, you'll
juegos.
get a first look at Fall Guys Season 2 and an extended gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank
Ole.
Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. Plus, we might have a couple surprises along the way, too. But before we start, I want to acknowledge and thank all the game developers, marketers, and publishers who have
la
worked
temporada
under challenging
2 de Fall
circumstances
Guys
to
cuando
keep us
empieza.
entertained. This show
La acabé.
is nothing without them or my production team, and doing a show at this scale safely is not
40
easy,
días,
especially
30,
when all
puede
of you
ser.
at home have some pretty insane expectations. I hope tonight reminds you why you love to play games. And with that, we're going to move on to our first game, with a game that was just
Mira,
announced.
sí,
Call of
está
Duty,
aquí.
Call of
Call of Duty
Duty.
Black Ops Cold War.
Oh my
And joining
God.
me
Mi nueva droga,
is Bob
chavales.
from Raven to tell us about the game and give you an exclusive sneak peek. Dan, how you doing?
Muéstrame los zombies.
Good,
Jason?
Jeff, thanks for having me
¿Es
here.
Jason
This
Blunt?
has
No.
been a dream project for us to
Hostia,
work
tío,
on from
estoy
nearly
todo
the
rayado, no
beginning
sé
of
quién es.
development. We knew Black Ops Cold War was going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 1.
No puede ser,
and we
Jason.
loved the idea of returning to the pillars built the
Estoy
Black
flipado.
Ops franchise.
Modo
Deniable
drogadísimo.
operations,
Dan
conspiracy
Bondra.
grounded in history, and that shadowy world of
croma.
paranoia. And we get to mix all those together, drop the player into the 1980s at the height of the Cold War.
Me cago en
And
Dios.
it's really something that we know would feel relevant to today and also uniquely Black Ops.
Well, you start playing with Black Ops,
la
everyone
lío.
wants to know characters. We saw yesterday in the reveal trailers, some familiar faces. So, Woods, Mason, break it down. How does this fit into the Black Ops canon? You said it's a direct sequel, so are we going to see a lot of familiar faces?
Yeah, part of the fun in making
Vaya
this
está.
game was bringing back the iconic characters like Woods and Hudson and Mason and seeing how all those personalities mix with some of the new characters. So the campaign takes place in 1981, and we love
segundito.
that we've been able to have so many connections to the original Black Ops and really be that direct sequel to the game.
Now, one thing
Secuela
that I'm
directa
really
de Black
excited
Ops
about this
1,
is
confirmado
you're
ya.
pushing the storytelling in kind of a new direction with some branches and some options about how you play through the campaign. Can you maybe walk us through your thinking there?
Yeah, one of the driving forces from early in development was to say, let's take this Black Ops thrill ride and infuse it with some player choice and some player freedom. Anything we can do to give the player a little more ownership over their experience. So that
Madre mía, la
starts with
webcam,
allowing the
tío.
player to create their own character for
Qué
the
F,
Cold
¿no?
War campaign. They can name them and pick a
Ahora-
military background
Se me
and
está
really
petando.
pretend they are that Black Ops soldier that they want to be. From there, we wanted to take some of our missions and infuse optional objectives, multiple paths, and some player choice moments inside some of those missions. And it was fun to find that balance between the hard-driving Call of Duty action and these more non-linear experiences inside some of the missions. So with
Saludad
choice
a mi amigo el
comes the
taladro.
player wanting to feel that impact.
Ah, ya.
Some
El
of those
vecino.
choices earlier in the game and some towards the end will actually shape the ending of the narrative.
Oye, ¿no van como
of
muy
the
despacio?
campaign.
All right, so multiple endings to this game.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the big things for us. It's like we love that Black Ops has always been willing to take risks, and we all know they did some of this in Black Ops 2. And with our story and with these features, we love paying homage to those early Black Ops games.
Oh yeah, I remember the numbers. All right, well, Dan,
Lo estoy
we
diciendo
are
acá
excited
de
to see more, but I
que
know multiplayer
ya se
review is coming in
anuncian el
September,
Sixth
but
Son, le
since you got
aviso.
a switch there, maybe you could flip
Ha
the
dicho,
switch
¿hay
on something
directo?
exclusive for
He
us.
dicho en la Gamescom.
Tío, me encanta como ha dicho Remember the
Yeah,
Numbers.
absolutely. This
Y
is
eso es
really
una
exciting
referencia a
because
los
this will be the
zombies,
first time
a
we're doing this
Mason.
outside the walls of the development studio. This is a scene from earlier in the game, and it's a critical
Se
point.
peta.
Really, it shows the narrative of the world.
Ahora como
shows
están
the
hablando de Call of Duty, para
balance.
los fans de Call of Duty disfrutar. Yo mientras voy a irme un momentito, ¿vale?
Ya, van a anunciar algo nuevo. Espera. World Premiere.
World Premiere. Vale.
Ah, es Call of Duty.
Por eso. Todo vengo, ¿vale?
Vale.
Para los que estéis en el chat de Silver, espero que disfrutéis con Call of Duty mientras.
Está mi abuela y el alien del área 51 que salvé.
Silver,
Dime.
¿dirán algo de
No se sabe, pero en teoría,
Pero si dicen algo que podría ser.
Si dicen algo... A ver. La colección de Mario, el Zelda... No sé, no sé, a ver si hay suerte. A ver si hay suerte. Han dicho que van a haber Shadow Drops, o sea, puede pasar lo que sea. Yo con esto ya estoy contento, o sea, a mí el Black Ops me encanta, o sea. Esto es Five, tío.
Mr. Adler, why should we take this Perseus threat seriously?
Mirad la cara,
You don't have to, sir.
Yeah, then a lot of innocent people are gonna die. Why do you say that?
Sir, every time Perseus has come into play, it's shifted the balance of the Cold War. After 13 years of silence, if he's active, something big is gonna happen. Something that will affect the free world.
Ay, madre.
Modo 5.
Mr. President.
Sir.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, this is Jason Hudson and Russell Adler.
I know their names. Who do you think approved their last mission? Is the threat real?
Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Can you stop Perseus?
We can,
Vamos a
sir.
tratar la Guerra Fría, por si alguien todavía no se ha dado cuenta.
Sir, their requests are highly irregular. Most likely illegal. If the press gets a hold...
What the hell are you talking about? You know who we are?
Every mission we go on is illegal.
Sergeant Woods. Plausible deniability.
Hostia, ¿qué es
backbone
Woods?
of our work.
No me he dado cuenta.
We're talking about preventing an attack on the free men and women of the world. Give Mr. Adler whatever he wants. Gentlemen, you've been given an important task. Protecting our very way of life from a great evil.
Yeah.
There is no higher duty. There is no higher honor.
Half-Life 3, coño.
And while few people will know of your
¿Te imaginas?
rest
Ojalá.
assured,
Buah, ya me jodería.
free world
Ya estoy aquí. También siguen hablando de Call of Duty.
Onda, Half-Life 3.
¿Qué dices?
Nada, es coña, ojalá.
Eres...
Siempre tengo que hacer la coña.
Antes que vendrá el Half-Life 3 o el Breath of the Wild 2.
Tonight we have some new game announcements for
Está
you
ahí,
guys as
¿eh?
well, including this one, a
¿Sí?
new
Ahora mismo
next-gen
yo diría que está
narrative
igual.
action-adventure game from
Bueno, a ver, el
Reflective
Breath of the Wild 2
Entertainment Montreal.
parece que está
It's
más
called
cerca.
Unknown 9. The game tells the story of
Esperemos.
Haruna, a woman raised on the streets of India and haunted by visions of her own
Awakening.
death. Haruna struggles to
Ole.
understand her mysterious innate abilities to manipulate the
La
unseen.
niña.
Check out this first look.
Así de primeras... me recuerda a un Uncharted que flipas. Y no sé por qué, ¿eh?
Joder.
Vale, ya sé por qué me recuerda a un Uncharted, tío.
¿Por qué?
¿Sabes el DLC del 4 que se juega con la chica? O sea, con la Chloe.
Ah, el legado perdido.
Sí, me recuerda a eso, tío. No sé por qué.
Siempre tengo que jugar al legado perdido. O
Está
me tengo
bastante
que
bien.
jugar todos los Uncharted. Solo me falta... Solo tengo el 4. El 4... Solo me falta por tener la colección el 4, mejor dicho.
Muca el videojuego.
¿Otro más?
Sí.
Ya sería el segundo.
Todos somos Muka.
Qué bonito, tío.
Está súper guay, tío. Y parece la Play 5, ¿eh? Ahí lo dejo.
Está súper bien animado, tío.
No, PC. Vale, sí. PC y Play 5 y Xbox Series X. O sea, ya no sale en la 4, supongo.
All right, let's get to the gameplay.
Part
One of
1
this year's
Doom
biggest
Eternal.
games has been
¿Un
Doom
DLC?
Eternal. Tonight we got an
Doom
exclusive
Eternal.
first look at the campaign expansion called the
Sí.
Ancient Gods Part 1. Check this out.
Coño, llevamos 3 juegos y me cago en la puta, ¿eh? O sea, espérate. Son buenos, ¿eh?
Wow.
Yo quiero jugarme a los Doom, tío.
Yo es que Doom lo jugaba, pero los antiguos.
Claro.
Y no todos. De hecho, solo 1 o 2, creo.
Tienes casi todos en la Switch.
Sí.
Slayer has arrived.
¿Este juego cuándo ha salido? ¿Este año?
¿El Doom Eternal?
Proceed with control.
Creo que sí,
Pues
no,
sí.
sí. El Doom Eternal salió este año, el mismo día que Animal Crossing.
Este es muy posible que lo nominen a GOTY. No que gane, pero sí que estará nominado, creo yo, ¿eh?
Obviamente, por niveles, por su banda sonora.
Ujú. Mira, ahí está Álvaro.
Vaya.
Vaya.
Ahora no, porque está muerto.
Vaya. ¿LOL? ¿LOL?
¿Qué?
Qué guapo.
Es que Doom es así, Doom es música heavy metal total, matar demonios a tu tiplén y quedarte a gusto. Joder.
10, 20, 20. ¿Qué?
O sea,
World Premiere.
el 20 de
2020
noviembre.
marks the
No,
25th
noviembre no,
anniversary of a legendary
octubre.
game
Escucha,
El
BioWare.
se me hace tan... O sea, el hecho de que esté presentándolo este señor me da unas esperanzas que flipas, ¿eh?
Hey Jeff, it's
Joder.
great to see you again. You know, 6 years ago, we were on the stage with you at the 2014 Game Awards, accepting the Game of the Year for Dragon Age Inquisition. And since then, we've been imagining new ways to use next-generation technology to bring the world and characters of Dragon Age to life. We're still in early production, but we thought it was time to give you the very first look at how BioWare's passionate team of developers are crafting this very special game.
A ver. BioWare, me cago en la puta.
I've been at BioWare for a really long time, so I've got to see it grow up and turn from a company of 35 people to a company of more than 300 people.
There's amazing people in the industry. There's amazing stories to be told with other people.
I love that character so much.
That's awesome. We're very experimental here at BioWare.
¿Qué ha sido del Anthem, tío? Ya nadie habla del Anthem. Es que nadie se acuerda de ese juego, tío.
And bring new characters to life for our players and fans to enjoy.
The world of Dragon Age really has got it all. It's got frontier stories, it's got mystery, it's got hard-boiled detective stories. And of course, it's all wrapped up in kind of a fantasy setting.
You really feel like you're the hero in the Dragon Age world and you're saving people.
Dragon Age to me is a wonderful world to play in. I am really excited about the future of Dragon Age.
No será
Original world, original
el Dragon Age este... O sea, creo que lo ha dicho ya.
architecture, that makes it fun to
Creo que es un Dragon Age.
discover.
O sea, me ha parecido escucharlo.
Espero que hayas hecho algo bien.
See new things, new places, and interact with people who lived and grew up in these spaces as well.
For the game we're working on now, we want to tell a story. What happens when you don't have power? What happens when the people in charge aren't willing to address the issues?
The things that you can expect in the next installment are going to be stories that focus on the people around you and the friends and family you make.
Something that we'll be able to look forward to in Dragon Age is a really close relationship with game characters.
Vale,
really
sí, creo que
become
sí.
real for you.
We want characters to either be loved or hated. One of the best examples of that is Solus. Half the community wants to kill him, half the people want to marry him, then another part want to do both.
La cara del diseño ese 3D.
What will they call you when this is over?
BioWare and EA has been one of the forerunners in using motion matching technology, and that makes it way more realistic when you're looking at the characters and the way they walk and move and interact in the world.
Players want that.
Se escucha, tío, parece un Games Award,
Wonderful collection of digital pixels is actually a living, breathing soul.
No, it's okay. That's the good kind of rumble.
I actually design bosses. I help with the creature design team as well. So I do all of like the big threats that you have to go up against.
Nobody dies on my watch. For the warden.
Álvaro.
Choice is a big part of what Dragon Age is as a franchise.
Pensé que estabas muerto.
Change in the world.
Decision making can mean
Yo es que
that
estoy alucinando,
a party
o sea,
member lives or a party member dies. And it means owning
Mira el Zelda.
reactivity to the choices that you do make.
Ahí lo tienes,
I just
pendejo.
love the possibilities that Dragon Age offers us, and I'm excited to explore a
You
lot
know?
more of them.
To me, that potential is what gets you up in the morning. It's a fantastic opportunity every time.
Siempre ponen la misma canción, si te das cuenta. En muchos trailers son así épicos.
Next up, it's time for something special.
¿No me jodas Regreso al Futuro? Esa es la música de Regreso al Futuro, ¿no?
Sí, lo sé.
¿Qué cojones? ¿Qué dices?
Wow, wait, you're what's his name? Back to the Future.
¿No será el actor o está vivo?
Yeah, we know who you are, but what are you doing here?
I did come back from the future to this precise moment. On August 27th.
Ahora sale Rick, tío.
¿Te imaginas? ¿Qué haces aquí? A ti no te necesitan, me necesitan.
O trae el Half-Life del futuro. El Half-Life 3, tío. Ojalá, tío. Es Surgeon Simulator 2, tío, ¿qué dices? Me cago en mi puta vida.
Madre mía, tío.
¿Pero qué hace? ¿Qué le pasa, tío?
O sea, ha tenido que venir el actor de Regreso al Futuro para hablar de Surgeon Simulator.
Hostia, qué puto random, tío, qué puto random.
So you're saying a world premiere will save our future?
Only time will tell. And speaking of time, I'm off to another world premiere, Avengers 26, The Return of the Son of Thanos, opening 2077. And with that, I leave the fate of the human race in your hands. Just make sure you play Surgeon Simulator 2.
No, interferencias del futuro.
Doctor's orders.
No.
Hostia, World Premiere en fuego, Mierda. ¿Qué dices, tío?
No puede ser.
Escúchame, ¿qué cojones, tío?
No. ¿Pero qué? Oh. No te creo.
Qué guapo está el Zelda, tío. Solo por esto ya vale la pena, tío, qué coño. En Epic. World Premiere.
Hostia.
Doc Brown introducing Jacksepticeye playing Surgeon Simulator.
La madre que me parió, tío.
All right, well, if you thought that crossover was kind of crazy, wait until you get a load of this next game announcement that I don't think anyone probably saw coming. Check this out.
Dale, coño, dale. Factorio.
Espera, esto no...
Factorio, tío.
¿Te imaginas? Este escenario no lo vimos nosotros, ¿sí ves?
No tengo ni idea.
Se va para el vídeo, ¿por qué?
F5, F5. ¿Te va?
Sí, sí, sí.
Zombie U2, tío.
¿Te imaginas?
Ojalá, tío.
Es que he dicho, es un juego de zombies. Esto sería un juego de zombies.
¿Te imaginas que está jugando Fortnite?
Vaya.
No me lo puedo creer, tío.
No.
No, pero un puto juego de puentes.
Polybridge.
El Polybridge, pero de Walking Dead.
Madre mía.
No puedo. No puedo con mi vida, tío. Espérate.
¿En serio?
¿En serio han tenido que colaborar los de Polybridge con los de Walking Dead?
Es que, qué puto random, tío, en serio. O sea, qué random.
Tal cual.
Ah, espera, antes de se me olvide.
This year is Gamescom Now, which you can check out at gamescom.global. Now, one game you'll hear more about later on IGN's post-show is this one, a return of two classic characters that I love. Check this out.
Papi Giant.
In a world gone strange.
¿Qué cojones?
One elite force
¿Lol?
stands against the darkness.
No te creo.
VR, por favor, VR.
Even they could use some help.
Here, slip on this little
¡No!
for effect.
¡No! ¿Qué hacen? El puto Mats, ¿no? Se llama Mats.
Sam y Matt.
Pero qué puto random.
¿Te imaginas que es VR?
Ojalá. Tío, pero escúchame, ¿esto qué es? O sea,
The return of Sam and
¿qué
Max.
compañías hay? O sea,
And now it's time
no
to say
entiendo.
hello to my
Decían
wonderful
y
co-host
más,
for O&L
acuérdate.
from IGN.
Sí, sí, sí,
Please
o
say
sea.
hello to Sydney Goodman.
qué random todo, tío.
Thank you, Jeff. What's up, everyone? I'm Sydney Goodman, and I am thrilled to be here.
IGN.
It's always such a fun event, and throughout the show
Puta
today, I'll
mierda.
be telling you about all the different ways that IGN is involved in this year's festivities. But first, I have an award to announce. The winner of Best Nintendo Switch Game
¡Ahí
is
va!
Little Nightmares 2. Huge congratulations.
Hijos de
Like
puta
I said,
todos.
IGN is going to be here for all of Gamescom
Nightmares.
with great shows such as the Gamescom Studio,
Dios.
where you can find me and my co-hosts for all day long Games content.
¿Dónde está mi
interviews,
bayoneta,
podcasts,
hijos
and
de
more.
puta?
Plus, we have Gamescom Awesome Indies, the show
Va,
with and for
muéstrame.
indie developers. That premieres Saturday, August 29th at 7 p.m. Central European Time, so be sure to tune in for more announcements and special guests. And now, let's go back to Jeff for our next big world premiere.
Awesome, thank you so much, Sid. We are so excited to see.
Ah, sale Super Mario por ahí corriendo, tío.
Y yo aquí jugando a Mario Luigi Dream Team Bros.
All right, well, on to our next game.
Hostia, la expansión nueva del WoW.
Pues mira, para los fans. ¡Los rubios te llaman!
A mí es que me gusta, pero meter mora de lleno es como muy random.
Warcraft universe.
Ay, Dios.
The infinite realms of the Shadowlands are watched over by different factions known as covenants, each holding dominion over a different aspect of the
Esto va a ser
afterlife.
epiquísimo, tío, porque los trailers de LoL son la polla.
Live their mortal
Pollo,
life,
de LoL no
they may
de
end up
WoW.
as part of one of these covenants when they cross over into the
Uy,
Shadowlands.
de LOL.
Today, we're excited
No voy a tocar LOL en mi vida.
the noble and pure
LOL
más.
mejor que Breath of the...
charged with carrying the souls of the dead into the beyond.
Modo matar,
Es
Back
broma, es
and get
broma.
ready for the
No, era
world
broma, no lo he
premiere
dicho,
of
no lo he dicho.
Bastion, the first in Blizzard Entertainment's new 4-part series of animated shorts called Afterlives. Enjoy.
Bastión de Overwatch.
Enjoy. Este va a ser épico, ya era. Mierda.
¿Qué?
El estilo.
Joder.
No.
¿Ese no era el rey? Ahora estoy yo rayado, ¿eh?
No.
¡Oh!
Save my soul.
Por la alianza, tío, ¿pero qué haces? ¿Qué haces?
Mira, Bastión de Overwatch. ¿Qué?
Es Blizzard, ¿eh?
Obviamente. A ver si el juego es Blizzard.
Está vivo, está vivo. No me acuerdo si es el rey, tío. Es que no me acuerdo. Creo que no. O sí.
No me jodas.
Van a meter una puta ciudad en el aire en el WoW. Queríais Skyward Sword, ahí lo tenéis. Álvaro, nos vamos al WoW.
Obviamente.
I serve the light, and my work is not done. There is an evil that must be.
There is no evil here. The darkness was sealed
Hostia,
within
es
the
que...
maw
¿Cómo se nota que es Blizzard, eh? Tiene un toque... a Overwatch, tío. Súper raro.
And my king, he must be punished.
You are an aspirant now. You must accept your new purpose and purge yourself of this desire for vengeance.
What I desire is justice.
Devos, why are you training this soul? It is beneath your station as a paragon.
He cannot let go. He continues to demand retribution for his death.
And this concerns you? Many souls take eons to ascend.
Yes, but this one seems broken, Thenios. Unlike any soul I have seen. I have begun to wonder whether he was deemed worthy of Bastion. By mistake.
Be careful, Devos. I would not let the Archon hear such a thought. In time, he will forget. Trust our ways.
Está intenso, ¿eh?
The path.
Devos, how long must we train?
Until you are ready to ascend.
And what is keeping me from ascension?
Nothing but the memory of your mortal life.
How can I forget when I can still feel his blade?
Your soul is wounded? Who did this to you?
He was my student. He betrayed us all.
Show me.
Coño, qué épico, tío.
¡Ay, madre!
¡Y yo! ¡Que está dentro de la espada!
¡Madre mía!
Onda. Llámame loco, pero esa es la espada de South Park. ¿A que sí? Es igual.
The maw is inescapable. You must return to the path.
If he had purged his life, we never would have known of this calamity. The path is flawed.
Enough! The order of the Shadowlands depends
My
on
diamond.
the execution of our eternal charge. You will abandon this course.
As you command.
¿Qué?
Uther, the time of
¿Eso qué
your
será? ¿Una raza
ascension
nueva del WoW?
has come.
Sí.
I thought I was not ready.
Do you wish to see
Pues
him
me quiero un personaje ahí, te lo juro, o sea.
Es de la alianza, suponemos, ¿no?
Veremos. Pero ese es el rey, es que no me acuerdo, tío. Lo veo muy viejo para ser el rey. Era un chavalín.
He falls. We will claim him.
Lo mismo ni es el WoW.
¿La espada rota?
¿Lo han matado?
¡Lo han reventado!
Only darkness.
Riku. Escape from the darkness, Riku.
Cast him into the maw.
Madre mía,
Return
tío.
him to the darkness he served. His eternal suffering awaits.
He was my student.
Remember what he did. And take your vengeance.
Él fue su estudiante.
Not vengeance.
Un maestro matando a su...
A su aprendiz.
¡No! ¿Qué hace el maestro Rossi tirando a Goku y... Shadowlands. Pre-purchase. Buah, qué pintaca que tiene eso, tío. Me cago en la puta.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed that exclusive look at Bastion. Now, we
pintaca
know
que
many
tiene,
of you
tío.
can't wait to experience
Wow.
Shadowlands, and our friends at Blizzard want you to know the wait is almost over.
Buah, que sigue encima esto, ¿sabes? O sea...
De vuelta 2.
Ojalá.
Este es... Ah, vale. No.
Van a enseñar gameplay. Tío, es que el problema del WoW es que lleva tanto tiempo que entrar ahora al WoW es una locura, tío. Es que ese es el problema. Si no, yo estaría en el WoW ya. ¿Sabes?
Súper bonito, tío.
Es la hostia. Pero eso, tío, es como...
Mira eso.
Me gustaría jugarlo, tío, pero no sé si puedo. El Rubius ahora mismo está excitadísimo.
Una tortilla. Una conferencia.
World Premiere.
De cualquier cosa, que están anunciando juegos y
October
tal.
27th, it is official. We have so much more opening night live.
Yo ya me
still
espero
to
de
go for
todo,
you.
o sea, no
Ratchet
llevamos
Clank,
ni 10
PlayStation
juegos y ya estoy
5,
flipando, ¿sabes?
Much more. Stay tuned. All right.
Y son
So now it's time
35.
for the announcement of a new universe that is coming to gaming for the first time with a project from a Canadian studio. Check this out.
No, no te petes.
Have returned. They corrupted. Divided. Conquered.
A ver.
Until finally.
¿Qué es eso?
Ay.
Esa no es la puerta hacia la oscuridad.
Se está petando, ¿no? Se ha petado, ¿verdad?
Sí, se ha petado.
F.
Se está petando el este.
F5. Efísima. Lo tengo por culo. Ha petado.
¿Pero por qué peta? ¿Por qué peta?
No sé.
Ah, tío, qué F.
No te petes, por Dios.
Buah, si se peta esto, GG,
Ay, me ponen publicidad, tío. Cago en...
2021 y no se ha visto el juego, tío. No se ha visto.
Va a ser un juego que va a estar en Switch al parecer.
Back, I had some masks.
Sí, van a hablar del Crash ahora.
Ala, que se está petando, Espera.
Sí.
Vale la pena comprar una silla gamer.
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
¿Ha vuelto?
He's where?
Mira, con mascarilla y todo.
Se está petando.
Está en la calle.
Ponedlo en YouTube no se peta. YouTube, rápido.
Ah, pero el enlace.
Ponlo en YouTube, fondo.
Oye.
En YouTube ya va.
Sí, va. Vale.
No sé qué habrá pasado, tío. Un coca. ¿Es un robot de Portal? Ah, coño, no, ¿qué cojones? Ya estoy flipando yo, tío.
Poor Crash apparently didn't get the memo about Gamescom. But to tell us more about what we just saw, I'm joined by Lou Studdert from Toys for Bob. Lou, what did we see there with Crash and the Gamescom bot?
Apparently you saw him wandering around Cologne, but what he was hinting at was kind of our reveal of what we call flashback tapes, which are a brand new style of level that we are announcing here today.
Okay, so how do these flashback levels kind of play into the overall Crash 4 narrative?
Yeah, so the way that the flashback tape levels work is that they are kind of a peek back in time to the 90s when Neo Cortex was actually testing on Crash and Coco before the events of Crash Bandicoot 1. And they're kind of these devious puzzle rooms that we've made, and they're really hard and they're really awesome and they're super creative and we can't wait to get people's hands on them.
Yeah, no, I got to play a demo of this a few weeks ago and that was a challenge, so I can't imagine how nefarious these are. How are they going to be sort of integrated into the game? Are they optional, like offshoot stuff, or how do you get to them?
Sure. So players actually have to collect the flashback tapes in the levels themselves. They're an object that they can pick up, and to actually pick them up, they have to reach them in the level without dying. It's kind of our homage to the death routes from the original trilogy. So players have to reach these objects in the level, pick them up, and then once they get them, they'll get access to these unique levels.
So beyond the pure challenge, what other fun? So how are these fun for players to kind of experience? What do they get to do in them?
Sure. So one of the things that we did was we actually used these as, like I said, puzzle rooms, really kind of fun, nefarious, devious ways for Crash to really express that pure platforming kind of aspect of gameplay that we know and love about the franchise. But then narratively for us, it was really cool to layer in kind of a unique perspective to the franchise. This is the moment when Cortex is really excited about the prospect of Crash being on his team, because Crash was originally created by Cortex, and so this is a weird point in time that's never really been explored in the games before.
Awesome. All right, well, Crash 4, it's about time. Looks phenomenal, Lou. We cannot wait to check it out in October. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right, well, we will be right back after this for more Gamescom Opening Night Live.
Porque me recuerda al Gears of War este, tío.
The unseen predator. A rupture that obliterates without warning.
¿Se han parado?
No.
¿No se han parado?
F5.
The hordes of Enoch will fall before me. But together, this entire planet will fear us. The anomaly alters us each in our own ways.
No sé qué es esto, pero tiene una pinta que flipa.
Into the dark heart of creation.
'Cause I feel the way you feel.
We will find the source. Whatever it holds, whatever it takes.
es este juego, tío?
Está guapísimo.
Outriders.
Tío, otra vez se me ha parado.
Square Enix. Referencia al Zelda. Referencia al Zelda. Referencia al Zelda en Red Bull. ¿Qué coño? Muéstrame el Breath of the Wild, hijo de puta. No hagáis eso.
Oh, este juego cuál era. ¿Este era el Royal ese o cómo era?
Este es el hiper skate. Creo que han puesto publicidad o me lo estoy imaginando.
Sí, habían puesto por un segundo.
Es publicidad, es publicidad.
Oye, pero ¿por qué se me para?
F5, F5. Voy a subirla, ¿no?
Madre mía, tío.
Qué guapa el Inazuma Eleven, coño.
Welcome to Necromunda. I can see you're new here. Let me get you up to speed.
Ah, macho, no voy a poder ver la
Bájale la calidad a ver si va mejor. O ponlo en Steam también está.
No matter how loud we are. And do we ever make some noise? Every Orlok says they could shoot the tail off a lashworm and they'd splash your head from 20 paces for saying they couldn't. I don't want to say immortal, but when their armor, blood, skin and will are of iron, it's a potent combo. Why would someone like you want to know about an all-female gang of psychopaths, drug dealers, killers, cloners and... Oh, makes sense. And Escher will cut you up just for the fun of it. Goliaths are big. That's it. Anything smaller than them doesn't deserve to live. And they're just as happy filling you with lead as they are smashing you to pieces with a power maul. Now,
de momento el mejor evento de todo el verano, también te digo.
This, you can imagine what happens. Chaos, gang warfare, for wealth, for power, hell, sometimes just for fun. So, think you're ready? Necromunda Under High Wars comes to PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC on September 8th.
O futuro dos jogos, além de realidades virtuais extremamente fidedignas e realistas, eu acho que também se encontra em formas mais expressivas e absurdas, quebrando cada vez mais esses paradigmas de formato de videogame que a gente tem e sendo usado mais do que nunca como uma ferramenta de expressão artística.
I envision the future gaming to be quite bright and quite online.
The next generation of console will clearly allow AAA and indie developers to build more creative-driven games that I hope will cover more diverse subjects.
I want to play all kinds of stories about people and places, both real and imagined. I want comedy games, I want autobiographical games. I really want to see what people can do with the medium.
Pro futuro dos games, eu vejo uma evolução obviamente gráfica, mas eu vejo ainda mais evolução na inteligência artificial e na maneira como a qual a gente interage com os games, tudo em busca de experiências mais imersivas.
Dijeron que anunciarían aquí a lo mejor algo,
You know, one of the things I love about opening night is that we can show you the biggest games in the industry and also smaller titles that should be on your radar. So pay attention to this next game. It comes from a team of two in Sweden, Tuxedo Labs. Over the past 3 years, developer Dennis Gustafsson has built his own game engine to realize his vision for a fully destructible game world. What he's building has absolutely blown me away, so I asked Dennis to prepare a special trailer just for tonight. I hope you're equally inspired by the ideas in this next game. Definitely one to watch. Teardown.
A ver qué es. Minecraft 2.
¿Qué dices? vale.
Es coña, Lolo, es coña. Por un momento te has asustado.
Hombre, vamos.
Hostia, las físicas,
Esto pues se trata de físicas.
¿Alguna novedad chula? Pues bastantes, la verdad. De momento el mejor evento.
El juego de las físicas.
De momento el mejor evento de todo el verano, Fuera coño, se lo digo en serio. Y... Está interesante, está bastante fresco. Todavía no me va el chat, soy retrasadísimo. Este está guapo,
LOL, qué guay.
Guau, me encanta que se sienta tan Half-Life, tío.
Es que va a ser un juego de físicas, tío.
Qué guapo, tío.
¿LOL?
¿Pero qué es esto? ¿Un indie o...? Teardown. Minecraft 2, lo mismo.
Sí, ¿no?
Sí.
Last year at Opening Night Live, we announced Little
Let's
Dibujantes 2
go.
Well, the team at Tarsier Studios hasn't
Me
shown
cago en mi
anything
puta vida, he
since.
visto los
That
ojos al
changes
revés y
right
me
now.
he
Here is a
excitado.
first look at the gameplay
Hostia puta, que
of
creía
Little
que eran los
Nightmares
ojos de
2,
los
which is
Seika,
coming
tío.
next
Me cago
February,
en mi
with
puta
more to
vida,
come
tío.
throughout the week at Gamescom,
No
including a
juegues
live
conmigo,
demo
tío.
on Gamescom Studio
Me
tomorrow.
¡Hala, qué flipada, tío! Un segundo.
Joder, Silver.
Es que lo estoy deseando, tío. Little Nightmares, o sea, también me mola, pero... Zelda.
Nice. All right, thank you.
Jugué el primero y me flipó.
Yo me lo voy a comprar para Switch, tío.
Es muy bonito. Este lo estaba esperando yo también.
Ay, me encanta.
Lo jugaré en directo este.
Que no juegas al primero también, ¿sabes?
Mírate algún trailer, David. Está bastante bueno.
¡Ay, que se cae! ¡No, no, no, no! ¡Ay!
Un cazador. Miedo a ser cazado, supongo. El miedo a los maniquís. ¿Qué más?
Dios mío.
A los profesores. LOL. ¿Qué pasada, tío?
Joder, qué bien hecho está, tío.
No juega al primero.
Parece Freddy Krueger ese, tío. Qué puta pasada, tío.
Perfecto. Sí.
WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, and I'm reuniting with my old buddy Mauro to bring you
No, por
all
favor.
over the top
Pero es el del Nintendo Partner Showcase, tío.
Ah, vale.
Ya ves, David, este es lamentable, tío.
This is great. This arcade-style video game is over-the-top outrageous, with over 70 WWE superstars and legends brawling it out like never before. Oh no! Hold on to your toupee, Mauro. Look out below. WWE is You know, I'm a little more old school than Mauro, so I can't wait to see these WWE legends teach these kids a thing or two. And you know what?
Es súper random porque anuncian juegos súper buenos y de repente te meten esto, ¿sabes? Que estará gracioso, ¿sabes? Pero tampoco. Es que no sé.
Oh wow! Take that, Mauro. Man, it's so good to see the Bella Twins at their best. And now, let's keep this party rolling with another matchup. Oh, look out, Moro! The Undertaker has risen, and Finn Balor is about to be taken for his last ride. Mamma mia, what a move! Finish him! Oh no! He just hit the snooze button! How do you lose like that? What's the matter with you legends? This is just an example of the pandemonium that you're gonna experience when you head to the battlegrounds. Whew, that's a big toy hammer! Oh, I can't believe my eyes! Seth Rollins delivers the stomp! What a night! What a night! This is the greatest thing I've ever seen!
Estoy asimilando qué coño estamos viendo.
WWE 2K Battlegrounds today.
Tal cual.
Brawl without limits.
Si han puesto otro.
Mamma mia! Oh, sorry, Moro. I know that's your line.
Otro trailer de Black Ops. Así para el siguiente directo por
Hello
muchacha,
again.
tío.
I have even more awards to announce, so let's get right down to it. The winner of Best Action Adventure Game is Watch Dogs Legion.
The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
Hay una bota en mi serpiente.
The winner of Best Action Game is Star Wars Squadron.
Aquí están dando premios. No jodas.
This is gonna be close.
¿Qué es esto? Los Game Awards ahora.
The winner of Best Multiplayer Game is Operation Tango.
¿Qué me estás contando?
Operation Tango. It takes two to save the world.
Operación
¿Esta
Tango.
no es la que habíamos visto?
Sí, o sea, están dando premios o algo raro, ¿no?
The winner of Best Indie Game is Curious Expedition 2.
Did not believe.
Este tiene buena pinta, ¿eh?
It was time for the world to learn my name.
Jurassic World en la Switch.
Congratulations to all the winners! As I mentioned, IGN will be here for all of Gamescom with great shows and new ways for you to get all your gaming news. Check it out.
Gamescom 2020 is the heart of gaming, and you can keep to the beat right here on IGN. We've turned the single biggest show in gaming into 5. Gamescom Now is your virtual show floor with up to the second live coverage. Gamescom Daily Show, Gamescom's first ever late night talk show, our Gamescom Awesome Indie Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming, and finally the Gamescom Best of Show.
Ahora mismo estoy esperando a las 9,
Gamescom 2020 is available on IGN and wherever you stream Gamescom Now.
¿Te gusta, juzgando?
And now it is time to talk about that best action game winner, Star Wars Squadrons. This is a new immersive space combat game from Motor Studios that delivers the ultimate Star Wars pilot fantasy. We've missed those. In Squadrons, you'll suit up and fly for both the New Republic and the Galactic Empire across intense 5v5 multiplayer battles, as well as an all-new authentic single-player story set after the events of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Today, we'll get a glimpse of what Squadron's story has to offer by taking a brief look at one of the single-player missions featuring some light narration.
Tío, como si no anuncian como mínimo el Fortnite 5 me voy.
Pero bueno. Pero bueno.
Hay gente que está así,
Freedom or destruction.
No quiero Planet Coaster.
In order to spread fear and douse the fires of rebellion. But the heroic pilots of the Rebel Alliance have chosen to keep fighting, to show the Empire that we are not afraid. It was their bravery that ended Palpatine's reign and brought about a new republic. However, the Empire lives on, shattered though it may be. As I speak, Imperial forces are edging toward the Bolivar sector, hoping to end our new republic before we find our footing. As their empire collapses, they try to tighten their grip. But the galaxy is changing, and you can be a part of it. With the help of brave and daring pilots, this war can end. Make a choice. Fly with the new republic. Change our galaxy for the better.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Hunka,
El
narrative
escuadrón
producer
será de
on
naves
Star Wars
solo, ¿no?
Squadrons.
En plan, no era de
Our single-player story is one of daring
tipo
pilots
Zelda o
and
algo así.
deep-seated rivalries.
Take Titan Squadron. Hunt down this Starhawk and eliminate it.
Gladly, Admiral Sloan. Over the course of the story, you'll fly as two pilots on opposite sides of the war. And, like all modes in Star Wars Squadrons, you'll have the option
Yo
to
me estoy imaginando
every
una
mission
cosa.
fully immersed in VR.
A ver, es que yo me imagino
Si saco la, si traigo la Wii y digo que es la Switch Pro, alguien se lo cree seguro, tío.
Behind enemy lines.
One of our spies, Agent Thorne, has discovered vital intelligence on Project Starhawk. Your mission is to extract her from an orbital outpost above Hosnian Prime. Behind enemy lines, you'll have to eliminate perimeter defenses.
Primeras imágenes de la Switch Pro.
When you've secured the area, you will escort the Gladius to the outpost, and our extraction team will acquire Agent Thorne. Once Thorne is secure, reach your Gozanti cruisers and return to the Overseer. Cover our escape and escort us to the jump point. We have Republic corvettes inbound. Move tightly.
Gladius, change course and keep Agent Thorne safe.
De momento lo mejor de la conferencia es que eras con mascarilla.
Understood. I'll handle it.
You have my thanks, Titan Squadron.
No time to celebrate. Move on.
Go!
Each mission will immerse you into the escalating conflict between the New Republic and a shattered empire. Debrief with your squad mates between missions.
You're our new wingmate.
Customize and master all 8 starfighters and join the galaxy's finest.
I need you focused and ready to go.
From bombing runs at the Nadiri dockyards to setting a trap in the Xavian abyss. The story of these rival squadrons will push the war to the brink and define the galaxy for years to come.
Que ahora de repente dice Bloodborne 2.
Te juro, vale, que estaría ahora mismo gritando como Dios.
Ahora dice Bloodborne para Play 5.
All EA has to share from a galaxy far, far away today. At Star Wars Galaxy Edge, you can enter the world of Batuu, where you can visit Oga's Cantina or jump into the Millennium Falcon on a run to Smuggler's Cove. This incredible adventure at Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World Resort that inspired The Sims' latest game
De
pack.
momento
Check
está
this out.
bastante guapo. O sea, no lo voy a negar. Los Sims 6. Nah.
No jodas. Otro DLC de los Sims, pero esta vez de Star Wars.
Un palo.
What?
Lo peor es que dije que eran los Sims, pero no lo sabía.
¿En serio?
Sí, los Sims. Del DLC.
One genie.
Otra cosa para pagar un montón de dinero, ¿no? Otro DLC para
Por
pagar
un
más.
momento pensé que eran los Sims 5, pero son los 4, tío. O sea, ¿qué coño?
You Sims.
What the fuck?
Vale, me muteo para que no oigáis mis gritos de fangio. Ahora vuelvo.
100 euros de expansión. ¡Toma!
There is even more Star Wars to come later in the show. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker saga is up, and as we move into our second hour, we've got Fall Guys Season 2.
Debería poner el chat.
El Fall Guys.
Vamos Fall Guys, joder.
Vamos.
Este sí que es
gameplay
calidad.
demo of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation
Ratchet and
5.
Clank?
But right
Really?
now, you might remember this next game from Annapurna Interactive from last year's Microsoft E3 event. And today, I'm excited to share a new announcement from the team. This interactive thriller about a man stuck in a time loop is one of this year's most intriguing indie titles, and now they've added an absolutely all-star cast to the game. Here's a whole new look at 12 minutes.
All right, close your eyes. I want you to think of a flower. Look at its contours, its curves. Now I want you to imagine it changing, moving backward, returning to its bud. Think of that bud, unopened. Look at it as a whole, then silently repeat these phrases. May you be free from suffering. May you be free from fear. May you know peace and joy.
Ah, ya lo anunciaron.
12 minutes.
That's going to be a really special indie game. So glad to announce that here on the show. Now, last year at the Game Awards, we announced Godfall, a new looter shooter coming to PlayStation 5 and PC from Counterplay. Tonight, we've got a quick sneak peek of one of the new Valor plates with more footage coming as part of Gamescom 2020. Check this out.
¿Este es el Godfall?
We have much more O&L to come. Exclusive looks at LEGO Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, Fall Guys Season 2. Wait until you see what the Mediatonic guys are up to, and so much more. But first, I'm sure you saw that earlier this week, Heart of Deimos, Warframe's newest expansion, was released on PC, Xbox, and PS4. And today, it's also on Switch, all platforms. Here's a look at the Heart of Deimos.
Expand, explore, tear the veil asunder.
Vale, definitivamente el chat está petadísimo. Fall Guys, Fall Guys.
But that was what it wanted too.
Esto es Warframe, ¿no?
It raged unchecked through metal, bone, flesh, life. We are infested with it.
Bueno.
What? Visitors?
Now, the gateway is
Fast and Furious 9, tío.
The jaws close.
Buah, ¿en verdad te imaginas que lo anuncian?
The final
Como en los Game Awards, tío, que acaban con Fast and Furious.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
But before we fall,
Madre mía.
we shall scream. There is one who will hear the heart of Deimos.
So many people have been discovering or rediscovering video games during lockdown, whether it be older people or bored teenagers or middle-aged parents who suddenly find they have to do something together with their kids. I think I've given out more advice about video games in 2020 than any other time ever, and as a result it's more important than ever that we keep making different, interesting things for folk to play.
A pandemia pela qual a gente está passando tem sido um período difícil a todos. Então, nesse momento, eu acho que a gente precisa lembrar de mostrar mais empatia, demonstrar mais amor, mais carinho e saber que a gente vai sair dessa juntos. Vai ser difícil, mas isso tudo vai passar.
I hope everybody gets healthy.
Pero es cosa de Streamlabs. Esta noche pondré todo.
Virus time. Care about other people and wear your masks.
Jogos são, na minha opinião pessoal, a forma de arte mais incrível de se expressar. Eles englobam tudo: música, arte, escrita, e você tem a chance de controlar e vivenciar essas experiências você mesmo. É mágico, é maravilhoso. Jogos são por amor.
Bravo. Hostia, un mecha furro.
Me cago en Dios.
Pues yo me voy a tener que ir ya,
F.
Bastante F, sí.
NAC 3 para Xbox, tío. Igual.
Así que nada.
Hasta luego, Álvaro.
Pasarlo yo.
Arms 2. ¿Te imaginas?
Madre mía.
¡Ah! El override.
Hostia.
Hostia,
Hostia, pues tiene buena pinta,
Está el primero. Un crossover especial.
Un Transformer. World Premiere.
All right, guys, we're back officially into hour 2. We've got an hour more of great stuff to show you. Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Stasis, you're going to see a brand new look at that. Fall Guys Season 2 and
Joder, ¿cuántas veces vas a decir esa mierda?
and so much more across the next hour. Opening Night Live continues, and
No
it
sé
just
qué me
is the
preocupa
start
más.
of
Que
GAMESCOM
Nintendo
2020.
no haya venido.
But right now, on September
O quién
25th,
sabe.
Mafia Definitive
O que le dé
Edition
más
launches a
importancia al Fall Guys que a
built
todo.
from the ground up remake of the original Mafia. Tonight we've got the exclusive debut of the next trailer called A Life of Reward Too Big to
Al
Ignore,
final, ya
which
ves.
deals with Tommy's induction into the Salieri crime family. Check this out.
All these guys in this room,
Mafia.
they're here because they have the only thing that matters to me. The only thing that should matter to any of us. You know what that is, Tommy?
They're loyal.
That's right.
Vale, no. Pues sí.
One day you're busting your back doing an honest day's work in a city that's been trying to scrape you off its heels since the day you stepped off the boat. And then next you're stuffing your pockets full of Salieri's dirty money.
Go get him, Tommy!
Teach these boys a lesson.
No he jugado el Mafia. Solo,
Break every bone in their
el
bodies.
primero sí. Pero muy poco. Pero el resto nada.
Don't sass me, Tommy. I'm trying to teach you the ropes, so you don't get strangled by them.
Now you stay straight with me, you're gonna be living the high life, Tom. You abuse my trust.
Don Salieri, you won't ever need to worry about me.
Okay then. Welcome to the family.
Mira, es el primer Mafia.
Next, we're going to introduce you to a turn-based multiplayer strategy FPS from a team in Montreal, Canada. Lemnis Gate is coming in early 2021 and has a unique mechanic built around a 25-second time loop. Check this out.
A ver. ¿Qué tenemos aquí?
Un multijugador.
sea que se puede volver atrás. ¿Cómo es?
Ahora vengo.
Bueno. Tiene buena pinta, tiene buena pinta. Uf, 2021.
Next spring, get ready to experience memorable moments and non-stop action from all 9 Star Wars films in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. The entire series has been reimagined with new fun-filled LEGO humor, and now we've got your first look at the gameplay trailer.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
The Force is unusually strong with him. That much is clear. Twisted by the dark side, young Skywalker has become.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
That boy is our last hope. No, there is another.
I'm from the Resistance. Your sister Leia sent me. We need your help.
Se ve como muy diferente a los Lego. No sé, es como muy raro, ¿no?
Star Wars. Ah, vale, esta vez el Lego.
Pero es muy raro este Lego, tío. ¡Viva el copyright!
Copyright, copyright, viva el copyright. Esta vez los han cambiado un montón porque lo que han hecho es un remaster de todo, de las dos trilogías, de las dos primeras trilogías.
No me viste Star Wars, me juego estos Lego.
Jedi. Si tú quieres. Vaya. Si tú quieres, hazlo,
Niño, qué guapo. Que no está la Series X ahí, qué coño.
Man, LEGO Star Wars looks so fun, coming to next gen as well. All right, we'll be right back with more world premieres from huge new games like Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, Medal of Honor, Above and Beyond, and Destiny 2. But before that, here's a look at a game that is launching tonight on Nintendo Switch and Steam. It's called Struggling from Frontier, a fun physics-based platformer where up to 2 players control Troy, our fleshy hero. Check this out, and remember, you can play this tonight.
What?
Gusta.
¿Quieres un juego asqueroso? Pues aquí lo tenéis.
Ya tengo juego favorito.
¿Qué cojones? ¿Un pinball?
Está guapo, está guapo.
En Steam y en Switch.
Mola,
mira,
mola.
Me encanta. Age of Empires. Coño. Ahora. Y los huecos. Vaya, crossplay entre plataformas, perfecto.
Vaya.
Con el Game Pass, Windows 10 y Steam.
Bots.
Ah, es verdad, la secuela de Medal of Honor.
What more proof is needed that the devil walks among us in Little Hole?
Está petando, ¿verdad?
Sí, ya no tanto. Porta. Estoy viendo Porta. A ver, vamos a ver. Ah, no, es Project Cards. Lo he visto en un banderín.
Papá.
¿Qué?
Los coches.
I gotta say, the game that I've given the most hours to, that I love going back to, is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now to say, since Origins came out, this new reboot of Assassin's Creed, so to speak, that was my first time getting into it, and I have put almost 400 hours into Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
At the moment, I enjoy to play Fall Guys with my friends. It's very funny, easy to learn, but hard to
yo voy a decir
master.
una cosa.
I have a few games that I binge play, games that I return
Se
to
me está
every
empezando a
year.
hacer muy random todo, tío.
Is really a big one for me where that's concerned. But I also
Y
still
sinceramente
just
espero
casually
algo
binge
en
Animal Crossing, and I've been
plan
doing that
como
basically
mínimo
all year.
Resident Evil 8, tío, porque es que si no...
Que esa McDonald's.
The daily repetitive rhythm is so soothing and predictable.
O sea, está bien la conferencia, tío, pero uff.
Up next, we have the award for Best Microsoft Xbox Game. And the winner is Tell Me Why. Congratulations to Don't Nod Entertainment. Well, after a big day of Gamescom events and announcements, you'll be happy to know that IGN is going to help you digest all that info with Gamescom Daily Show, where you can get all the daily highlights and a late night show experience from gamers for gamers. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Sid. And by the way, congratulations to Don't Nod for Tell Me Why, a really important game that is out now that you can play on Xbox and Game Pass. And as we know, there's a lot going on in the world, and that goes beyond the pandemic. Between social conflicts we're seeing in the news and acts of nature, we can see how vulnerable we as people can sometimes be. And now I think it's as important time as ever to remember to come together and support one another. We are a global gaming community. There are millions of people watching tonight, and I know we're all here because we love games and we know that games are good in the world and can bring us together. And I think we've all felt that in 2020. So I think that's really important to remember amongst all the games and trailers. All right, well, one way as a community we can come together to do some good is the Gamescom Forest. Gamescom has launched a reforestation project by planting a Gamescom forest together with the community. Gamers worldwide can go to gamescom.global and donate to plant more trees. So let's plant a forest together. All right, well, now we're going to move on to another game, and this one was announced back in May. Chorus is a dark space combat shooter where players take control of Nara on a quest to destroy the dark cult that created her, featuring rich, ray-traced 4K 60 FPS environments on next-gen hardware. Here is the first look at gameplay from Chorus.
Nara, you have broken my heart. For your betrayal, you will be broken.
Buena nave. Este pinta guay. ¡Por fin!
How many crowns have you won? If one game has defined the summer of 2020, it absolutely is Fall Guys from Mediatonic in London and Devolver. This game is setting records and putting a much-needed smile on everyone's face. Fall Guys, I think, represents our industry at its absolute best. Well, soon the Fall Guys experience will evolve with Season 2. There's a lot of new stuff coming, and tonight, Mediatonic is about to give you an exclusive sneak peek at what's next. Get ready, I think the internet is about to freak out. Here it is, Fall Guys Season 2.
Dale, Illo, dale.
Hey, I'm Joe. I'm the lead game designer on Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and I just want to reach out and say thank you to everyone who's been playing and enjoying the game so far. As a team, we've been looking at all the fan arts, the memes, and the montages that people have been posting online, and the response to the game has really blown us away. Today, we just wanted to give everyone their first sneak peek at the rounds and the costumes that they can be enjoying as
Colaboración con KFC y me cago en risa.
Sneak peek. ¿Un dragón?
¡Hola!
Ah, vale, va a ser... Vale,
qué
va a
guapo ese
ser...
nivel.
Míralo.
¿Cómo mola ese?
Va a ser, la temporada 2 va a ser de medieval.
Dodge swinging axes and scale movable sea drums in the quest for ultimate game show glory.
¡Hala, qué guay, ¿no?
Mira, curvando. Mira lo que he dicho. Curvando, ¿te has ido o qué?
Aquí vamos a sufrir, ¿eh?
Enjoyed the sneak peek of Fall Guys Season 2. We're still adding the finishing touches to development, but if you want to stay up to date, then at Fall Guys Game on Twitter is where you want to be.
Esto sea el mejor anuncio de toda la conferencia de momento, me está rayando que flipas, ¿eh? Oh, fuera coña, ¿eh? O sea, lo digo en serio.
My father has Colorado in the palm of his hand, and he's afraid to close his
Fortnite.
fist.
No, es coña.
I am not.
No, míralo, porque es un juego estratégico.
Fortnite 2.
No sé, es que la pantalla, pensaba el diseño del uno de los diseños estándares de Fortnite y se ponía Fortnite. Pero no, al verlo en la cámara del juego es como, esto es un juego estratégico.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. She's already tried once.
Vic's a depraved child, and Val's a brain without a spine. The years my father wasted grooming them for glory when I was right there.
¿LOL?
Ahora anunciaré un Nintendo Direct al final, tío.
¿Te imaginas?
Que va, que va. Yo ya he perdido la esperanza, tío. Yo ya la he perdido. Viendo el panorama, aquí lo único que han anunciado de Nintendo es el puto Jurassic Park este.
Y el Little Nightmares. Pero un poco más, tío. Ah, Wastelands. Ya, dentro de nada se lanza el juego.
I really haven't found any new appreciation for gaming at this time because my appreciation for gaming before couldn't be higher.
Com certeza, jogos multiplayer preenchem completamente a conexão social que eu preciso ter com outras pessoas nesses tempos de isolamento e é o mais próximo que a gente pode ter de experiências reais com pessoas que estão longe da gente.
You get to travel all over the world in games, which is something I've always taken for granted. At the moment, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima and...
Se está petando, que sí.
Efísimo.
Music or whatever, and it's just fine for me to have the time to play with friends or even with my family, to have a lot of fun.
I've been mostly at home with small children, and gaming is the only thing that I get to do for myself anymore. I find it's not only an escape, it's also a way to challenge my brain.
Gaming is becoming clearly more important for a lot of people. You know, play is a natural instinct, and from Animal Crossing to The Last of Us Part 2 or it...
Yes. What? Yes. Tiene en la mano una Game Boy.
To be a gamer, yes.
Say what?
Hey everyone, I'm Vince Sampella, head of Respawn Entertainment. When we set out to create Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, we knew we wanted to bring the series back to its roots. The Medal of Honor franchise is known for its powerful and exciting single-player stories that put the player in the boots of a soldier who was there. It's a series that is grounded in history, which tells emotionally authentic stories. Peter Hirschman, who directed the original Medal of Honor in 1999, is back at the helm of this project. You'll hear more from him in just a bit. Peter and I actually worked together on Medal of Honor Allied Assault in 2002, and I'm really happy he's joined us at Respawn to craft a completely new experience in VR. The team is creating a riveting and emotional journey through World War II like you've never seen or played. It weaves in the personal stories of the veterans and survivors of the war through powerful interviews that help set the stage for what players will experience. It's more than just a game. And we could not be more excited to show the world the next look at Medal of Honor Above and Beyond and the game's action-packed story. Let's take a look.
I know this is the first time some of you will see combat. I know you're
Modo guerra mundial,
Let me be clear with all of you.
¿Cuántos juegos de guerra mundial vamos a tener, macho?
Es el VR este, ¿no?
Vale, mira, sí, Oculus.
Welcome to France, gentlemen. I lead the local resistance cell. Something big is happening inside Gestapo headquarters, and we don't know what it is.
We're gonna have to improvise here.
Hostia, juegazo para VR, ¿no?
Members of the resistance are perhaps the bravest people fighting in this war. But you really should stop. There is no future in it.
Sorry to interrupt, Lieutenant. It'll be a wild ride, but we'll get you there.
Jet fighters, brace yourselves.
Me lo paso en directo este.
¿Qué tú quieres?
Like I said, boom.
There are things, as people, I'm willing to sacrifice myself for.
Medal of Honor.
Somehow this motley crew has been tasked with saving civilization. God help us all.
LOL.
Flipando. Pero pone Oculus, que me pega un tiro como solo sea de Oculus.
Thank you so much, Vince. That looks incredible. And now we're here with Respawn Entertainment's Peter Hirschman, game director on Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, to talk more about their new VR experience. Peter, I gotta say, the trailer really grabbed me. Such an incredible story that you're telling. Tell us a bit about this single-player experience.
Está modo morto.
Well, Jim, thank you for having us on the show. I'm representing a whole team back at Respawn that's been working.
Son las 9:30, tío, y ya es de noche.
Premiere the trailer with you.
Yo es que, tío...
Going back to its roots was always about.
Ahora, yo voy a ser sincero. Yo quiero que salga Nintendo, tío. Pero es que lo veo muy imposible, tío, ya.
And with VR, we're able to do that in almost a literal way.
Me va a pegar la
It's
hostia en mi vida,
definitely the
tío.
most immersive experience. Most immersive combat experience I've ever been able to work on. And the story follows you as a player being recruited into the Office of Strategic Services, commonly known as the OSS. And their mission was sabotage, espionage, search and rescue, everything in between. You name it, they did it. And they're known by a different set of initials now, the CIA.
Me da los fonos.
Me ha flipado. Porque es como que va a tratar de eso, de... No de la guerra como tal, sino de mostrar el miedo que era estar allí. Y eso me mola. Es como terror psicológico.
One of the things I love about the trailer is you can tell there's a lot of interactivity in the environment, emergent gameplay. You got the piano and other things in there. Tell us a bit about how you're using that to tell the story. It seems like it's all kind of through a first-person perspective, but there are some story sequences. How do you tell the story?
Oh, well, we shot over 120 pages of narrative, which is more than some feature films. We had a huge international cast of phenomenal actors, and it was fantastic. And the story follows a classic three-act structure. Act 1 is working with the French resistance, getting ready for the invasion. Act 2 is D-Day itself and the fight to get to Berlin. And then the third act is dealing with the Nazi secret weapon program, which involved things like the 262 jet and the V2 rocket and things that could have really turned the tide of the war if we hadn't stopped them. So you get to go on this journey, this story. And the story is shot all from your perspective. Because it's VR, your head is the camera. We don't have cutscenes. We don't have edits. Everything revolves around your perspective. So you experience this story completely in first person as if you are there. So it creates a much more intimate and emotional connection with the characters and the things going on around you. It was an incredible way to shoot. One of our animators stood in for the player throughout the 3 weeks that we were on stage.
Voy a poner una cosa en el server, en memes, que te va a gustar.
Talking to you directly, and in VR, it's such a powerful thing. It's all about building that emotional connection, and it just makes the experience all the more authentic.
Well, you and Vince, I know this series is really close to your heart, and I'm like, wow, there's so much there to experience.
Se peta el directo,
detailed, obviously authentic as
Bastante.
well. Paying tribute to everyone that was involved in the war. I wanted to ask you also about multiplayer, which is something that Respawn is really known for, and you've had a great single player experience. But I hear you might also be doing MP too.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the thing about VR is that, I've spent we've known each other a long time. You spend much of your career trying to map natural human movements to a controller, and just figuring out things like making feel good, and one of the hardest ones is leaning. And in VR, you know how you just duck, and how you lean in VR, you just lean. And so the ability to lean around the corner, just kind of peek around the corner and see where the bad guy is just it heightens the tension so much. It makes it feel all the more real. And when you put that into a multiplayer experience, it just raises it to a whole nother level. So we are shipping, in addition to the campaign, we are shipping a full suite of VR modes, including a few that you can only do in VR. And we're really excited about people playing those, after it comes out.
Wow, well, definitely a full-blown VR experience. I gotta say, I'm really excited to put the headset on and try this, and it's coming out later this year, right?
Coming out holiday, so yeah, fasten your seatbelts. We are so excited to bring it to players. We've been working on it a long time. Like you mentioned, it's a passion project for Vince and I and everyone at Respawn. It's a wonderful full circle experience for a lot of us that started our careers working on those original set, going back first one and Allied Assault, and now to be able to bring Above and Beyond to a whole new generation is one of the most exciting things we've been involved with.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Peter. Opening Night Live will be right back. And in the meantime, here's a look at a new game that is launching tonight.
The world was broken, fractured by the magic the Vow Keepers said they would protect us from. Spellstorms still rage across the ruins of the Hollowlands. This is proof, they said. It isn't safe. It can't be controlled. Magic cannot be used.
Oye, con esto de hacer el saving así me mola.
But I am a battle mage. I have broken my vow, and now I fight to break free.
Este era el Battle Royale de los magos.
Yo apuesto que sí. Míralo.
Qué épico, ¿no? El trailer.
Sí. Spielberg. Dentro de nada, tío. Está aquí a la vuelta de la esquina.
¿Es free to play o...? Va, pues...
Free to play.
Vaya, vaya.
Ah. Iba a decir, era el primero de Microsoft Live.
Haven.
¿Cómo?
¿Cómo que disco nitro? ¿Eso qué es? ¿Qué dices? ¿Cómo que te dan disco nitro con el Game Pass? Que yo tengo el Game Pass, ¿eh?
¿Qué han dicho del Game Pass?
So many great games in Xbox
está-
Game Pass,
está chido,
and many of tonight's games are in it as well. Every year at Gamescom, we like to
Realmente no
highlight
mucho.
some incredible games made in Germany. And tonight, we have a special announcement about one of the most legendary German games of all time, created by Factor 5. Enjoy.
最初タリカンの音楽を聴いた時に曲が素晴らしいだけじゃなくてアミガのサウンドそのものも素晴らしいと思いましたね。日本じゃ本当に聴いたことがなかった音楽でした。
Factor 5 was so far ahead of the curve, and each of their games pushed game technology as far as possible. I'd say they're one of the greatest indie developers of all time.
サウンドはすごいわ、グラフィックは綺麗だわ、ゲームプレイも滑らかで満足いくものだわで、本当にすごかった。今回タリカンのコレクションが出るってことをとても嬉しく思っているし、これはまた当時みたいにみんなに見せて歩きたいなと思っています。
This was the first game that allowed me to completely fulfill my musical vision. It defined my career and the fans have been there ever since. To this day, it's one of my proudest works.
Tiene buena pinta.
Mira.
In June, Bungie revealed a new era of Destiny 2 that starts on
coñazo
November
que-
10th
ahora
and
vengo.
Beyond Light.
Me
For
da
the
tanto
first time
coñazo
ever,
que ahora vengo,
Guardians
tío.
will add a new elemental power to their arsenal, the dark power of Stasis. With Stasis, players will take on the powers of darkness to control and dominate the battle. Here's an all-new look at Stasis from Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
The floodgates are open. The darkness is here. As you step away from the light, we need only look inward. Focus your power. Let it grow. Our fight is far from over.
Es que me da un coñazo que flipas el Destiny, tío.
One after another.
Hidratémonos.
Hidratación.
Modo agua, tío, modo agua. Que si no... Me peta, tío. Ya me estaba mareando de no comer. Es que, tío, lo siento muchísimo, pero es que el Destiny me da mucho pateo, tío. Te lo juro, O sea... Uff. No sé. No me gusta nada, tío.
I have one more award to give out tonight, and that is Best Sony PlayStation Game. So, without further ado, the winner is Cyberpunk 2077. Congratulations. Of course, there are even more awards than the ones I announced tonight. So check out the Gamescom Awards user voting, where you can vote for your favorite streamer, Gamescom's Most Wanted, and Best of Gamescom. The winners will be revealed at Gamescom Best of Show, along with cool cosplayers, esports, and more. So tune in on Sunday, August 30th at 8 p.m. Central European Time to see the grand finale of this year's Gamescom, where we give gamers the stage. That's it for me tonight, but before I turn it back to Jeff, I just want to say that I hope everyone out there is staying safe and healthy. We're all in this together, so take care. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Sydney. It's great to have you on the show.
No irán a acabar con el Ratchet.
All right. Well, a lot of people have been wondering, what will the next generation of gaming feel like? How will it be different? What is that generational difference? Well, back in June, we saw the announcement of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart from Insomniac Games, a title which uses the power of PlayStation 5, the SSD hard drive, and the DualSense controller to create an experience that Insomniac says is only possible on brand new hardware. Well, now it's time for you to decide if you see the difference. Here's an extended, uninterrupted demo of live PlayStation 5 gameplay of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Enjoy.
A ver qué tal estaba. Es gameplay, dice.
We're back. And not far from where we last saw him. We may still have time to put a stop to this.
Hey, I think I found the bomb back!
Oh dear.
Su puta madre.
Let's show him how it's done.
Mira la física, tío.
Escucha un momento.
¿Qué?
¿Vosotros habéis jugado el de la Play 4?
Yo sí. No, por cuando se ha ido,
¿No te da la sensación de que se ve igual?
Se vea por el estilo artístico.
No, pero en plan... Si esto es la Play 5, o sea, me estoy asustando, ¿sabes?
Mira esos reflejos, papu.
El Doctor Nefarious, tío. No puede ser.
Today I will finally be free of the both of you. Soon, everything you see will be mine. Say goodbye.
Me está preguntando ¿qué tal fue, hijo? Me ha terminado.
Es que se...
¡Joder!
¡Qué guapo!, ¿no?
Was that supposed to happen? Hitting Nefarious's device seems to have destabilized reality. The bridge is shot. There has to be another way across. The rifts appeared to react to your device. Try pointing it at one of them.
Eso es un guante, ¿no? Tendría que serlo.
That was rather exciting.
¿Cómo mola eso?
Vale. El juego va a 30 frames, si te das cuenta. Me parece a mí.
Me está asustando. Es que es eso, o sea, a ver. Yo no por meter mierda de PlayStation, pero si esto es la Play 5, mal vamos. O sea, yo lo digo así tal cual. O sea, este juego parece de Play 4, ¿sabes?
O sea, es que dicen los de Playbar, no lo juego a ir a 60 frames, no sé qué.
A mí me dices que esto es la Play 4 y me lo creo, A ver, que no me estoy quejando, o sea, el juego me está flipando, pero no sé, o sea, ¿será el juego? No sé. estará en fase beta, supongo, o algo.
A ver, obviamente, es que claro, esto han hecho un montón de pruebas. Primero han querido cómo hacer el juego, no sé qué, hacer un test, todo esto.
A lo mejor es por el directo,
o sea...
fase
beta, para hacer cómo sería el juego.
Yo supongo que es por el directo, porque es que si no, no entiendo.
Y claro, dijeron los de Sony, todos los juegos van a ir a 60 frames a 4K.
Yo aviso que este juego será el motivo por el que me compraré la Play 5.
Es uno de los motivos para nosotros. Obviamente quiero comprarme otra vez el Ratchet & Clank porque jugué en la versión de Play 4 gracias al Plus.
Muy buen juego.
No sé. Y eso estoy por pasarme toda la saga del Ratchet & Clank.
¿Pero esto es una secuela del de la Play 4 o qué?
Creo que sí, porque el de la Play 4 es un reboot.
Ya.
Si te das cuenta. Esto se enseñó ya, cuando enseñaron el juego. Esta parte ya se enseñó. Si te das cuenta. Oye, yo nunca había escuchado el doblaje de Ratchet & Clank y... digo en inglés. En español sé que es muy bueno. Ah, la comiquita.
Hola.
Me he vuelto a dormir con lo de la pastilla.
Perfecto. Estamos aquí viendo una conferencia, que estamos en directo, Nikita. ¿Cómo? ¿No aquí el señor Silver?
No, pero no se ha oído.
¿Pero estás en directo o estáis viendo?
En directo.
Ah, pues la gente...
En directo, viendo en directo. Hostia puta, Silver.
Está guapísimo, ¿eh? Pero voy a subir a Nikita que no el escucho me baja.
Si te das cuenta, esta parte se vio, ¿eh?
Bueno, ya no tiramos
gameplay. Van a decir todos, hostia, aquí hay downgrade, aquí downgrade.
Ah, ahora es cuando venía la Lombans.
¿Eh? Sí. Pero...
Ratchet, we are too late.
Lo siento.
Lo han cortado, tío. Es lo que quería ver. ¿Qué haces, tío?
Es que sin querer estoy gritando. Porque es que me pone los nervios eso. Que la gente en plan diciendo...
There you have it, Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, and now I am joined by Marcus Smith and Mike Daly from Insomniac Games. Guys, it was so great to see that long, uninterrupted demo of Rift Apart, and I have so many questions. It's amazing to see what you're doing with the power of PS5 and the SSD. Let me ask you first, Marcus, what are you able to do with Rift Apart that you haven't been able to do before in a Ratchet game because of the power of PS5?
Es que la nueva generación, o sea, en este juego no se nota, al menos para mí. En frames a lo mejor
from planet to planet to planet, lightning fast, like way faster than anything we've ever been able to do before.
Yeah, the Rift tether, we saw that in the demo. We had seen some of that in the trailer. So that's all actual gameplay. Mike, I'm curious, like how does that work as you kind of play through the game? Are there certain moments and levels where you can jump, or how do you play through that?
Yeah, so in the game, there is dimensional damage spread throughout the galaxy that Ratchet & Clank have to find a way to fix. And you can find these weak points in space-time that you can pull to you with your Rift tether. It's like being able to lasso
Ahora
a
mismo tengo un
portal,
espectador.
and that enables you to basically like warp across the world to
Ahora mismo solo tengo un
find new places to
espectador. Qué
discover or gain a
triste.
tactical advantage in combat.
Wow, yeah, I got to say, like when you see that and you imagine the jumping from multiple worlds at instantaneously almost, and it sounds like there's no load screens throughout the entire game.
That's right. We're going seamless.
That's right. Yep.
Wow, all right. You guys, so confident, both of you say it. I like it. Now, let me ask you about DualSense. That's something that is a big part of PS5. I've had a chance to hands on with the controller, with the adaptive triggers and the haptics. How are you using that to sort of impact the gameplay of Rift Apart?
So at the heart of every Ratchet and Clank game is a powerful arsenal of weapons that just exude a ton of personality. And the DualSense is sort of like, it feels like it was made for Ratchet and Clank just because the haptics give us a whole new layer for the weapons to express themselves. So for example, your burst pistol, of course it gives you like a satisfying click or kick with every bullet. But when you throw the shatter bomb, you can actually feel the energy pulsing off the grenade fade away as it gets further apart from you. Basically, the haptics are expressive enough that every weapon feels different and you can tell what you're holding. But of course, the adaptive trigger like takes that to a functional level where, in addition to the trigger pull feeling unique, we can actually use that as a super intuitive way to add alternate functions to the weapons. So, for example, in the demo, we've got the Enforcer, which is a double-barreled shotgun. You can pull the trigger part of the way down until you hit resistance to fire a single barrel. And then whenever you feel like it's the right time, pull it the rest of the way for a double shot. So you might be swarmed by a bunch of little enemies. You only want to waste one shot on them. And then wait a minute for even more to swarm in before finishing them off. But a big guy, you probably want to just give both barrels to right away. So there's a nice intuitive way of basically raising the skill ceiling and giving you more ways to play better.
Wow, no, I'm excited to see how you guys are going to roll that out across what I'm sure are an insane group of weapons as always. Plot-wise, Marcus, tell us a bit about this game. I think some fans have wondered, does this tie into the movie plot line, the game plot line? Like, how it would tell us in the Ratchet-verse where this sits.
Yeah. Well, canonically, this is an extension of Ratchet and Clank into the Nexus, the 2013 game. But it's a standalone adventure, so it's one that, even if you've never played a Ratchet and Clank game, you can get into it and you'll understand it and you'll enjoy it. For hardcore fans, you're going to see a lot of returning characters and planets and see them all through a whole new light of multiple dimensionality.
Yeah, no, this Rift tether thing I think looks really exciting. And how often, is that something we saw in the demo? Is that something you're going to see frequently in the game? Are there special moments? I guess I'm curious how often you use that technique for gameplay.
So the Rift tether has created these anomalies all throughout the galaxy. You'll encounter those pretty often. There's even a few more types of dimensional damage you'll encounter that we haven't shown yet. Now, being pulled between worlds, that's localized to chasing after Dr. Nefarious in the demo. And that's sort of reserved for special moments when you really have to, when the dimensional damage really tears wide open.
Well, I got to say, it looks incredible. And then at the end, we got another tease of this female Lombax. I know you guys have confirmed she is playable in parts of the game. I think everyone wants to know, though, do we have a name for her?
The world is more interesting with mysteries, and we're going to have to keep this one a little longer.
Do we get a number of letters in her name or anything?
Too many smart people on the internet. They'll figure it out right away.
She's not named Abby, though, right?
Están pidiendo el nombre, tío.
All right, well, we'll have to wait and see what you guys have in store for us. I got to say, it looks incredible. The Ratchet games are always so much fun. And as you said, when you think of the power of SSD and the DualSense all coming together, it looks really exciting. Before we go, though, I think everyone around the world wants to know when we're going to get to play this game. Anything you can share with us on where you're at in development right now?
Mike?
Mike? So Ratchet & Clank is coming out in the PS5 launch window. So we haven't announced a specific release date yet, so stay tuned for that.
What kind of window? Is it a big window? So no, I'm just kidding. All right, that's all we're gonna get, I'm sure. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart coming the launch window for PlayStation 5. I gotta say, Insomniac, we're so excited about what you guys are doing across PlayStation, and the game looks incredible. So thank you so much for all you've done, and we look forward to seeing more of Rift Apart soon.
A ver qué enseñan ahora, tío.
All right, Marcus and Mike from Insomniac, thanks for showing us that first look at Ratchet & Clank or PlayStation 5. And that's going to do it for Opening Night Live. Thank you so much for watching from around the world, and make sure to stay tuned all weekend for more live Gamescom coverage at gamescom.global. As for us, we'll see you later this year for the Game Awards 2020. Our team is hard at work to build a very special live show for you coming in December. We'll see you then. Good night.
¿Qué decir? ¿Qué decir? ¿Qué decir?
Welcome to the Gamescom Opening Night Live Post Show. I'm your host, Damon Hatfield. Before we get started, just a reminder to head to www.gamescom.global.
Ya se ha acabado. No voy a ver el post-show este, por así decirlo. Vale, a ver. Parece ser que no van a enseñar nada más, así que F. Así que voy a cerrar directo. Bueno, un segundo. Después Valorant. Yo es que ahora mismo, si te digo la verdad, ahora mismo no voy a jugar a nada. O sea, es que estoy reventadísimo, tío. Me he tirado todo el día editando. Bueno, editando, ¿sabes? O sea, ¿sabes el server este que tengo? Bueno, espera, lo voy a poner aquí. El server este. Pues me he tirado todo el día, por así decirlo, actualizándolo, tío. Estoy reventadísimo. En otra ocasión mejor. Y pues eso. Como decía... ¿No tienes el...? Ah, pues mira, si estás interesado en unirte, puedes hacerlo a través de los paneles de aquí de Twitch. O sea, pues, en pantalla se verá el enlace. Si quieres lo pongo en bueno, es que en el chat no va a salir. Bueno, yo lo pongo y si sale, sale. A ver. Es esto. Es esto, pero sin separar de lo de HTTP. Bueno, eso, a lo que iba. Ya se acaba el directo. Y pues eso. No voy a seguir aquí porque llevamos como... Literalmente llevamos 2 horas y 10 minutos de directo y estoy reventadísimo. Y pues eso. Nos vemos en el próximo directo. No olvidéis seguirme en las redes sociales, que es por donde suelo avisar. Sobre todo en el server este. Suelo avisar por aquí. Y en Twitter. Así que... hasta la próxima. Que supongo que será ya para continuar el Paper Mario, si no sale algo así nuevo. Bueno, nos vemos, que se me da todo mal despedirme.